Before we begin, I really want to just thank my community for the amazing reception surrounding the merch. I announced the discount for Christmas and New Year not that long ago, and the reception has been amazing. You guys have just really gone out of your way to buy some of these products here and support the channel, which I'm wearing right now, the Cyberpunk themed shirt, the loot box shaped Surprise Mechanics stress ball, the beer can / soda can shaped glassware here with this like high quality paint on it that doesn't peel off, the hat back there, months of work to like perfect the designs, to develop. And to see it received like this with such positivity and people sending me pictures and seeing like the sales spike after the 10% discount announcement and everything, it's just been really wholesome. I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys know how fortunate I feel to be in this position. For those who don't know about the discount, just go to my store, which you can see right here, add whatever you want on the cart, and then just type YongOut 2020, it can be lowercase or uppercase, and it'll apply that 10% discount. So for those who've been interested in the merch, I hope that's something you will enjoy. But with that out of the way, on to the news. So, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X continue to be incredibly difficult to find, given the high demand for them, but also in large part because of really awful scalpers. They've essentially been buying out these highly demanded products en masse through the use of bots, and the effects you can see on eBay here. PlayStation 5s are going from anywhere between $1,000 to, $1,800. Even weeks after launch, we're seeing these ridiculous price points, and they're getting away with it because PS5s are just that hard to find. Same with Series X, generally lower in price, around the, $900, $1,000 mark instead of like $1,500, but still pretty costly, significantly higher cost than the MSRP. And it's really becoming a problem because Series X's are equally difficult to find. There are plenty of articles out there noting how the scalpers have contributed to the shortage of PlayStation 5 and Series X's, like this article here from Video Games Chronicle that largely references this Business Insider article that kind of summarizes the whole scalping situation and specifically highlights one specific reseller group that snagged nearly 3,500 PlayStation 5 consoles as of November 21st, 2020. That group is the infamous Crepchief Notify, which has their own website where people can sign up and join the group to become a part of this scalping business. And this is just one scalper group that managed to snag up thousands of next-gen consoles, or now current-gen consoles. And the situation is bad enough now that, well, the UK government specifically is considering taking legal action to help mitigate this situation. Just to give you some context as to how detrimental scalpers have been to people's ability to find these consoles, here's an article from Video Games Chronicles published more recently on December 14th, 2020, which shows how much money scalpers as a whole have been able to make. And these are just estimates based off of analyzing eBay sales and another gray marketplace. Since PS5 and Series X have launched, scalpers have reportedly made over $28 million on eBay. So let's scroll down here for more specifics. This is an analysis conducted by data engineer Michael Driscoll, and specifically when it comes to eBay, apparently over 60,000 of these next-gen systems were resold through the online marketplace, including 6,863 Xbox Series S consoles, 22,932 Xbox Series X consoles, 7,322 PS5 Digital Edition consoles, and 25,642 PS5 regular disc version consoles. And there isn't much of a disparity. You can see right here the more popular Series X and the more popular disc version of PS5 has sold roughly the same number of units. Same with digital version, 7,000 versus Series X's near 7,000, more around 6,800. This data is broken down even further by the amount of profit generated from the next-gen Xbox and the next-gen PlayStation. So with Series X and Series X, scalping those has generated apparently over $9 million in profits for scalpers in eBay alone. And then for PlayStation 5s in total, given the higher price that those fetch on eBay, they've generated even more, $19 million in profits for resellers. So combined total, we're looking at that $28 million figure. In addition to all that, scrolling down, you'll find information about another popular online marketplace, StockX, which apparently claimed last week that users had resold over 60,000 next-gen consoles, so roughly around the same as eBay. And almost twice as many PS5 consoles were resold compared to Series X and S consoles. So you take the $28 million in profit generated on eBay and then add however much money scalpers made through StockX, and yeah, we're talking about dozens upon dozens of millions of dollars that scalpers have made, essentially grifting people, artificially limiting supply so they have no choice but to go through the scalpers and their higher price point if they wish to get any of these consoles for Christmas before the holidays are over, before the year is out. This has caught the attention of UK politicians, according to yet another Video Games Chronicles article published on December 15th, 2020. The headline reads, UK politicians call for action against PS5 and Xbox Series scalpers. You'll find here, scrolling down, that 6 Scottish National Party tabled an early day motion on Monday calling for legislative proposals to, quote, prohibit the resale of gaming consoles and computer components at prices greatly above manufacturers' recommended retail price. And the motion has seemingly made some progress, as a total of 9 members of parliament have apparently already signed. We'll see how this continues to develop. The motion also calls on making the resale of goods purchased using automated bots, software favored by scalpers to circumvent retail queues, an illegal activity. So it's not just about the practice of scalping, but also the method of using these automated bots that can very quickly buy out a retailer's stock en masse. These computer programs that can make mass purchases far quicker than any human ever could, and that's what's led to a lot of people, who know exact dates and times when these consoles will get restocked, getting screwed over, websites crashing. It takes seconds for these bots to do their work, and within seconds, as a result, these consoles are completely sold out before you can even click on add to cart, essentially, in a lot of cases. Here's an additional excerpt for the motion that reads, new releases of gaming consoles and computer components should be available to all customers at no more than the manufacturer's recommended retail price, and not be bought in bulk by the use of automated bots, which often circumvent maximum purchase quantities imposed by the retailer. Yeah, I cannot argue with that. And if this proposal and legislation goes through, apparently this action would deny unscrupulous vendors the chance to make themselves vast profits at the expense of genuine gamers and computer users, while also deterring fraudulent cybercriminal activity. Again, we're talking about $28 million in profit, not just revenue, profit made on eBay alone. So this doesn't even encompass the full picture of exactly how many, over 60,000 units sold on eBay, roughly 60,000 sold on StockX. Those two retailers alone encompass 120,000 units. Automated bots in particular are so effective that just one scalper group managed to snatch up 3,500 PS5 consoles, and they're bragging about it. They're saying they have no regrets despite all the backlash that the group is facing. And on top of the 3,500 PS5 consoles, the same group accrued an extra 2,000 PS5 consoles, and they bragged again, saying most recently that they're finding it easy to buy out these consoles en masse. Yeah, it's ridiculous that one group can snatch up thousands upon thousands of units. It isn't hard to imagine that the figures shown in this Video Games Chronicles article about, 60,000 on eBay, 60,000 on StockX, $28 million in profit on eBay alone, that's probably the best case scenario. The reality of this situation is probably a bit, if not significantly, worse than what this analysis, this study is showing. And this isn't just bad for customers, it's also bad for Sony, because we're looking at hundreds of thousands of these consoles sitting in scalpers' basements or storage or whatever. For every unit that doesn't go to an actual consumer, an actual customer, that's software sales that Sony's missing out on. Console makers don't really generate a whole lot of money or profit through the sale of consoles. consoles are a vehicle towards software sales. That's where they make the bulk of their money. So it is imperative that they push as many units out there so that they can maximize software sales. But when hardware sales are being limited, or legitimate hardware sales are being limited by these scalpers, yeah, that's going to put a damper on where these companies make the most money from. And look, with every new generation of console launches, you're going to get scalpers, but it feels like it's getting worse and worse as these scalpers and the programmers of these automated bots get more clever. Something clearly needs to be done to mitigate this, whether it's passing legislation or having retailers actually boost the security measures on their websites. A lot of these retailers don't seem to care as long as they make the sale and the security measures aren't there. So maybe legislation is kind of the only way to tackle this issue. That's not going to stop scalping altogether. People are still going to circumvent the law and try to engage in this business practice. At the very least, with legislation in place, there will be plenty of people who might not be as enthusiastic to scalp, knowing that there might be serious consequences, and for scalper groups who choose to ignore legislation, it's actually possible to move against them legally and do something about those groups. So it could help if all of this actually goes somewhere, but only time will tell. It'll be interesting to see how all of this develops, but yeah, scalpers have pissed off enough people where it is starting to raise the attention of government officials. In the UK, certainly, we'll see if this spreads to other countries. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this development if this actually goes anywhere. In the meantime, though, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on the scalping situation and what your luck has been if you've been pursuing a PS5 or Xbox Series. Have you had any luck actually finding one, or have you been struggling like millions and millions of others? Drop a comment, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.